Hi guys.
Hi, my name is. My name is.
Oh, okay.
You got mad confused, right?
Yeah, I was hella confused.
Welcome to episode number 11 of Amateurish.
Hi.
And just because you heard my name is from Eminem, we were just listening to the shit and I was showing the video for the first time to Lily.
No, I think I saw it on MTV at one point.
You sure?
Yeah. I was watching like the Eminem takeover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were saying how embarrassing you used to rap this and...
Bruh, shout out Brandon. Our last episode, he was our guest, and that's my cousin. So when we were younger... And shout out to Brandon if he remembers this is fucking dope, but it's hilarious. I remember when we used to like rap this song in my uncle Edwin's room.
That's not embarrassing.
And it's a vivid ass memory, and it's just the funniest thing. I'm like literally crying right now because it's so funny.
So embarrassing.
But yeah, we were like rapping this entire. At one point, we knew all the lyrics. It was pretty funny.
If you listen to me and I sound like low energy, I have slept for a total of 3 hours.
Yeah.
And right now, as I hit record, my energy is going all the way to the floor because we had some
That's some good shit.
we went to this new ice cream spot.
Well, yeah, let me explain why you've only gotten 3 hours of sleep. So,
No.
last night... No. I'll explain. Don't worry.
No thanks.
No, I'll explain.
No thanks.
So, basically...
No thanks.
Last night...
No, thank you.
We were chilling in Vlad's room because we were watching, Saturdays we hang out all day. And we were watching some... What is it called again?
Oh, okay.
Show.
So I said that I was not. We watched Married at First Sight. We talked about this season 9. I said I was not watching that stupid shit anymore, and you made me start watching season 8. And I'm like, I don't want to watch this bullshit because it's on Hulu. And I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
So now we're watching season 8
again. They pick the most hideous fucking people. I don't know why.
Yo.
And then they had the best looking couple, and they cut them out. They're like, no, they're not gonna work out. The best looking couple.
And now, mind you, one of the couples, the guy literally said he felt dead inside, and it was disgusting when he kissed her.
And it was repulsive,
actually, which is worse.
Because they really be like, I said it when they were like matching them up. I'm like, you cut them because you're really gonna do him dirty for that one, because he's not that gross looking. He's average. But she's
like, sadly, girl,
she gotta do something about her hair. She gotta do something about, I don't know. Like,
no, she's pretty. It's just her hair fucks it all the way up.
I don't know if she's pretty. I don't know if I would say that. I'm not comfortable saying that.
I feel like she's pretty. But anyway, so we were watching that, whatever, and I'm like, I'm hella sleepy. So I went to take a nap at like 10 o'clock. Tell me why.
My name is.
Oh, no. You can pause it real quick while I let the people know. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to take out.
It's named Sadie.
Stop it.
My name is...
I'm about to take a 1.5 hour nap, and Vlad is the worst person to be on the clock with watching me nap, because
it's not my duty. It is. You should put an alarm from now on.
Yeah, I'm going to.
It is not my duty.
He fucking either falls asleep, or like last night he was over here playing Among Us for 5 hours.
I found the game for the first time. I didn't even know that was a thing. Well, and then I started watching.
Actually,
what was that? What?
It was like 5.5 hours.
Yeah, 6. It was 5.5 hours. Yeah, but I found the game, and because everybody, it was hype, and I don't do anything when it's a hype. I always let it go down to when it's dead, and then I find it. And I'm like, okay, now I'll do it. And it was really fun. I was the imposter a couple times, and I was really fucking it up for people. I was like,
it's pretty addictive.
It was fun. It was definitely fun.
Yeah, but
and then I found, also, like, I was simultaneously playing. I found blackjack. But it's not real money. It's like fake money.
This man has been playing blackjack for the last like 48 hours.
You really thought it was real, though. It was funny. But
no, I didn't.
At first, you were like, "Pinky promise is not real."
I mean, it was like when you told me at first.
Yeah, because I was like, oh look, I'm playing blackjack, and I'm like $10,000 deep into it, and like I'm really broke right now. I try to play it off. But it's fake stuff, but I literally lost $28,000 3 times. So that's like a tell that I should never play
Yeah, seriously.
blackjack. But it was fun though, pretending.
Yeah, it's fun because he woke me up at 4:00 in the fucking morning, and he's like, listen, I've been playing for like the last 6 hours, and I forgot to wake you up, and I wake up at 4:00 in the fucking morning, so that's why you haven't slept.
Again, it's not really my fault. That sounds like a you problem by not putting an alarm and thinking that I was going to wake you up.
No, you know what? Now it is going to be a me problem.
Because it's not right, because now you're telling me that I can't sleep for all that time. And then what if I fall asleep? It's not my fault. And it's happened plenty of times. It's necessarily not my fault. If you feel like you're going to take a nap, put an alarm on, because either one, I might go to sleep, or two, I'm not paying attention to the time because I'm playing some shit that I didn't know it was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Bless you.
Sneeze attack. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I'm never going to fucking do that again. So that's why you haven't slept.
I slept for 3 hours, but yeah, my energy's low. And then we went, and now this ice cream spot.
That's some good shit.
So remember when we rated the other one? It was Milk and Shake?
Milk and Cream
Bar. In the Manhattan. Yeah. So last weekend, we went with Brandon to this new ice cream shop.
Well, yeah, because my sister was actually telling me she wanted to go here really bad.
Funny enough, he sold the car to the owner.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, shit. And then we went. And I would say this comes very close to Milk and Cream from the Manhattan. Like, if you don't want to go all the way to Manhattan to have that type of ice cream, I would suggest
going here. So it's called Cloud 9.
In Patchogue,
New York.
Yeah, I would suggest like that. I gave that one like an 8.5 to a 9.
Which one? This one?
Yeah,
I'll give it an 8.5. I just feel like it's way more sweet.
Yeah, like Milk and Cream, you can just eat it for some reason.
Yeah, like it's not that.
And I gave that one a 10 though. That was like a 10 out of 10 like ice cream spot. Yeah, I would give it like an 8.5 or a 9, like around there.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
No,
like
it's really good.
If you want to have something like that, and you don't want to go all the way to Manhattan, I would suggest to go to that one. Honestly, it's the best one in Long Island, I think, so far that I've tasted.
Yeah, because we went to another one called Spoons.
That was trash,
and it's not good at all.
I would say like a 6.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Almost 7. No, 6.
No, it's a 6.
6.5.
But what do you get from Cloud 9?
Well, it's the same thing that I get in Milk and Cream, which comes very close to it. Like I get the vanilla toasting crunch, cinnamon crunch cereal mixed in with M&Ms. The difference is why I feel like Milk and Cream is way more bomb is because they crush in the M&Ms into the ice cream as well with the cereal. And this guy over here, Cloud 9, he doesn't do that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I have to chew through the M&M. And it's kind of like, it feels like a freaking, the ice cream literally tastes almost the same, which is really good. But it feels like a McFlurry with freaking M&Ms on top. I would feel like it would be more of the experience as the Milk and Cream if they crush the M&Ms in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I always get like Fruity Pebbles because I'm obsessed with like Fruity Pebbles ice cream type thing.
Every time I taste it from you, I like it, but I don't want to get it myself.
No, you wouldn't get it like fully, but I like fruity things.
I like one.
Yeah, like one spoonful. That's it. Yeah, but I always get like Fruity Pebbles with what is that called? The Cap'n Crunch berries and like honey grams, honey taste.
My name.
You're getting shook every time.
You're just making me. That's mad loud in the headphones. But yeah, I get the Teddy Grahams.
I'll stop.
The caramel.
That's the last time I'll do it. I promise.
Okay. Well,
I'm trying to bring my energy up. I'm trying to bring my. Well, what you told what?
I told them my order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring my energy up. I'm sorry.
It's usually me that's like knocked the fuck out.
Well, again, you slept for 5 hours last night, and then this morning you slept for like 6 more hours?
Yeah, I woke up like at 11:30.
So a total of like nicely 12 hours right there, where I have a total of 3 hours because when you left, I couldn't really sleep.
Yeah.
And then I went to sleep, and then I had to wake up because I had to get my hair cut at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, yes.
Yeah.
I think I went to sleep like around 6 something. Or like, yeah, because I woke up like around 9 something.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sleeping this whole time. Go ahead. This is all you now.
Okay, so.
I'll take a nap. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to sleep right now.
Can you stop?
Oh, my God.
Anyway, I really wanted to talk about in this episode, sir. Are you good?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah.
Ew, can you not? It sounds weird.
Oh, what? You always trying to take it there, bro. Like,
yeah, peep that, right? Not just me.
No, you sound, all right,
anyways.
You always try to fuck it up.
Anyways, I really wanted to talk about Vlad's favorite books, or at least some of his favorite books, because
and now I gotta think about this shit, and I'm not in the thinking mode. But whatever.
I told you to think about it. Relax.
Okay, well, what's your favorite books first?
No, I don't have favorite books. I don't read like that.
Okay.
I like reading, but I just haven't brought myself to do it in a while, so I don't have a favorite book.
Okay, so I have to like go by genre, I guess. So like,
no, choose like 3 that are like in your room right now.
Well, I have like 100 in my room.
Okay, so choose 3.
Yeah, but like that's hard.
Oh my god.
Well, I always talk about The Alchemist. It's like one of my favorite books.
Okay.
Because like that's one. 1984. I really love that book. George Orwell.
Okay.
And then The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Some stuff like
and that's a really known. Everybody knows The Alchemist.
And then my other book.
The reason why I wanted to bring this up while you think about it, is we watched Dr. Sleep last weekend, and and
now that was a okay movie, I would say. Because a good movie. Because they took like, I didn't notice because it was good. It was good. But I took like that's interesting you bring it up, actually, because when we noticed like at the end, because I've seen a long time ago, I saw The Shining, and I did not have no clue that this movie had like, it was taking away from it, because every single thing
it was like a story.
Yeah, like I have to watch The Shining again, because I watched it a long time ago, obviously.
Me too.
And guys, real quick, if you're listening to this, Reddit VZ, the first episode, the bonus episode, is on Patreon, and I'm gonna be talking about Stanley Kubrick, which is the director of The Shining.
There you go.
Soon, but the first episode is about the Jokers, the difference between Heath Ledger's Joker and Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Second episode is coming this Friday, and it's got to do with a studio that I'm gonna be talking about, a movie studio that's been doing a lot of shit. So that's is on Patreon right now. It's up. Coming back to this, I have to watch The Shining again, because I have I couldn't connect why they took away from The Shining. Yeah. I didn't I wasn't able to
connect the two yet.
Completely understand it. Now, I connected this from The Shining, but I don't understand why, which was interesting. And the other book will be either the Iliad or the Odyssey.
Fucking God. Really?
Yeah, because those are like true like historic arts. I don't know. I love shit like that.
If you see my face right now.
You read 3 pages from the Odyssey. Okay, so how about you relax and actually read it?
60 pages of the Odyssey.
Okay.
And every page was disgusting.
That's your opinion.
Anyways.
I'm gonna start a book club, and that's gonna be the first book.
Oh yeah, but anyway, we do want to start a book club at some point, and then kind of talk about it.
You go with your little book clubs, and you're like, "Oh my god, romance is like."
No, I like romance books, but I wouldn't pick a romance book for a fucking book club.
First 3 books that we were reading in my freaking book club, The Odyssey is one.
No fucking Odyssey, Oedipus.
First one,
bullshit.
First one, that's Oedipus. What? That's a good ass fucking.
I mean, I actually kind of like.
Okay,
Oedipus,
so relax. So the Odyssey. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Odyssey wasn't even that bad. I actually read it last year in English.
Exactly.
But like, I would not read it for fun.
You should read the Iliad and the Aeneid, which is
I read the Iliad.
Not by Homer. It's by Virgil. The Aeneid.
No.
That's really good. Anyways, the 3 first books is gonna be the Odyssey, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and Orange Clock.
I mean, I read One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest too, and that one's good.
Yes, so that's gonna be my first 3 in my book club. My book is cooler than yours.
No, we have to have the same book club. That's the fucking point.
No, because you don't want the Odyssey in it.
Ew! Oh my God.
What would be your first 3 books?
I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't know what I would do, honestly. I like.
You don't have no books in mind?
I do have a few, but I just.
What's the book that you want me to read? Because I haven't read it, and it sounds really bad because I read a lot of books. And if you.
I I forgot what it's called.
La 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 la.
I totally forgot.
What's the freaking book?
It's
on my mind. It's on my mind right now.
Piggy and the little damn guys. Damn, I forgot. Honestly,
whatever it is, I still can't get into it because the way that they talk.
Yeah, but it's really good.
Yeah, I gotta read it.
I'm about to look this shit up real quick. But anyways, I also wanted to talk a little bit about how we met. If you would like to talk about that, I would also.
Oh, so you want to talk about that in this episode?
Oh, I don't know. I was just wondering if you wanted to. We didn't have to, but I think it would be kind of funny.
The WhatsApp right now is blowing out with Andy and Josh right now.
Yeah,
I'm getting on my Apple Watch. Shout out to all of them.
Shout out to me for buying you the Apple Watch.
Shout out to me too, buying you one too that you don't even use, but I use yours. Thanks. Bye.
I'm just saying.
Hang up that phone real quick. If you don't want to answer this phone call. You don't want to answer this phone call, bro.
Yours is the Series 5. That's all I'm saying.
Series 6, get it right. Oh, yeah. But at least when I got yours, you never used it. So
I'm just saying.
Let's not pick up this phone call. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it in the hand. Let's just leave it in closed.
Please.
Anyways, okay. If you want to talk about that, let's do it. Then that's an interesting story.
Okay, you can go.
One that you don't tell people because you're embarrassed. On the low.
Yeah, I don't
know why.
Tell people this because it's not embarrassing. It's just out of the ordinary a little bit. So
every time somebody says
Animal Farm. Oh wait, no, not Animal Farm.
That's George Orwell.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. There you go. That's the book that you want me to read, but I can't get into it for some reason.
Lord of the Flies.
I can't get in the way that they talk. It gets me under my skin.
Well, they're kids, so they're gonna talk weird.
I'm gonna read it. I am gonna read it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah.
If we put it in the book club, it'll force me to it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're gonna make a book club soon, guys, because we want
Mine's
to.
Gonna be cool in yours.
But it's when we live together because we want to actually.
Mine's gonna be cool in yours.
I want to be together in the book club.
Mine's gonna be cool in yours.
Anyways, so yeah, I don't really like. I don't think I've told many people.
Every time you say you lie.
Yeah, I come up with different lies every time, so it's catching up to me.
But the funny thing is the way that we met is so random, and then we have so much history.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
See, I feel like this has to be a separate episode because we have so much that we found out right after.
Well, and then we can end it off here then with this story.
What story?
With this one. Just say the whole story, and this could be the full episode.
You don't have more things that you want to talk about, though?
Well, yeah, but it's not like that big of a deal.
Okay, you go ahead.
What? Okay. So it was a cloudy morning, and
oh my god,
I was in the Adelphi.
This is why I'm the storyteller.
No, I got a story.
Okay, don't start with the cloudy morning.
It was a cloudy morning.
Oh my god,
and it was cold.
You got me fucked up already, bro. Like I'm like.
Anyway, so I was in the Adelphi gym, getting my workout. Back in, how old was I? 18. Yes, I was 18. And it was in February. And, I was on Tinder, swiping. And I see this handsome man, with the big ass beard. And he's like, in his bio, he says something like, writer, director, Dominican, something, whatever. I don't know. But, I was intrigued. So little shorty swiped right,
Oh my god.
And the rest,
funny enough, it was my first time going into it, so funny, huh?
Yeah, so wait, I think when I swiped, you had already swiped.
No.
Right? No?
No, you swiped first because when I swiped, it matched.
Oh, okay. So then never mind. So I swiped.
Yeah.
And then I guess he swiped after. And, which I have never shot my shot before, ever. And, this, for some reason, I was like, you know what? Let me shoot my shot at this guy because
I had matched, but I was working, at that time, I was working at a tax agency, and I was working about 74 hours a week.
Oh, yeah, it was really, you were, like, busy.
So I was just in my, like, eating something, and I was just like, oh, wow, she's cute. And I read your bio, I hit match, I hit like, and then we match right away. And I'm like, oh shit! So I put her on the messages thing. I just stacked it up in there, and I'm like, oh. Okay.
Oh, he stacked me up. On you. Wow, what a fucking douchebag!
I did not say that. I did not mean it like that. Relax. But I mean like I stored you in there so I can hit you up later on. Mm-hmm. But then I put my phone away, and then we literally matched. And I think 10 minutes later, not even 10 minutes, you hit me up right away.
Yeah, well, because I was like on my phone, like in the gym, like doing a workout. So it was just like on my phone when I saw your thing. I think that's what like brought up my Tinder notification.
Okay.
So I like opened it and I was like, should I message him? It's like weird, but I shot my shot and I was like, hey, I really, really, really wish that we could still see our messages now.
I'm gonna hit up Tinder one day and because they have to have stored. They have to have it stored.
I actually hit up Tinder.
They might delete it. They might have deleted everything.
Yeah, I think it's deleted.
They purge it.
Yeah, but it was like it would have been so fucking cool to see. But we were just talking about mad random shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we met on Tinder. Funny story.
See, you closed it out real quick. Like you fucked it up.
No, now we should explain.
No, so we met on Tinder, and then you hit me up, and then you were like, "Oh my god, you're so handsome. You're the most handsome person I've ever seen in my fucking life. You're like, I'm like drooling right now." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Hi, how you doing?" No, I'm just kidding. So you were like, "Oh, okay." Like we just hit up, and then we talked for like every day.
Days, yeah.
Every day after that. And then we got our phone numbers, and then...
Yeah, and it was pretty cool, you know? It was, I forgot what even happened.
Well, I got your phone number, and then I was like, I want to kill someone right now. Anyways, we got your phone number, and I got your phone number, and then I was like, you got Instagram?
Yeah.
But you were like, I don't really do Instagram.
Did I?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. But you were like, but here's my Instagram anyways. Oh. I went to your Instagram, it was like so dry. It was like 9 pictures maybe. And like my Instagram game has always been like on top because my like all the photography stuff. So like,
I did not know I said that to you. I don't remember that.
I remember. I mean, I have better memory than you, but and then your memory is gone sometimes.
Thanks.
And then you're welcome. And then I was like
pre on site fucking, what is that called? Whatever, Alzheimer's. I forgot what the actual
relax.
term
You don't
for
have
is,
that. But yeah, you were like, yeah, I don't have that much. I don't do much on Instagram. I was like, whatever. I just want to see your Instagram.
He wanted to see if I was a fucking troll or not.
Well, I was just like seeing everything because that was like my first time getting into it because you hit me up first, but a couple other girls hit me up first too, and then but they were like kind of weird.
Well, most girls are like, oh my god, if you were like a fucking number on the scale, you would be a 10 or some dumb shit like that.
I don't think I ever got that. I think I got. I think I got a couple like, you want to hang out sometime. It was like really quick. And I was like, I don't like that shit.
Oh, okay. They were probably trying to fuck.
Well, I didn't know that Tinder was all about that.
Yeah, neither did I, to be honest. Until your sister. You remember? The first time I went to your house ever, and your sister Hannah comes downstairs, and we're just like in your living room, and she's like making a hot dog, and she's like, so how did you guys meet? And we're like, oh, Tinder. And she's like, oh, you know that's for hooking up, right? And we're like, huh?
And we were like, remember? We've been talking for like weeks. So yeah. We just hang out right now, like.
Yeah, she's like, that's for hooking up, but okay.
Yeah, like, but I kind of got that from the other ones the other people that were hitting me up. Mm-hmm. It was like right away, it was like, oh, let's hang out, and I'm like, I don't even know how really old you are because I don't trust your Tinder shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are really, so nah. But like I like that we talked for like a while, and then I got your phone number, and then we talked for like a while there, and then we're like, one day we were like, okay, let's actually like hang out. Like,
yeah, it was like weeks after, but you were really busy too. I feel like that's why.
Yeah, I was working 70 freaking hours, and it was my senior year in college, and I was filming a movie, and
yeah, like
I was filming my senior project, like my final movie, and and I was working 70 hours. Like, I don't know how I did that, honestly.
Honestly, I don't either.
I feel like a lot of like the anxiety that I get now and a lot of the things that are fucked up actually like were rooted there, honestly.
With that huge like,
because remember you're like, oh my God, after you met me, am I the reason why you get anxiety? I'm like, no, but like I don't think so. I think it's just because actually analyzing that is that because it was so much stress.
Yeah.
In a matter of like 3 months that I had, that I literally broke down. I was like jittery and shit. Like I was like, I remember that I worked from 9 a.m. to around 11 p.m. And then after that night, I was like, guys, let's meet up at my house to the actors and stuff. I had to pick up some actors from the train station, some actors from Dix Hills from college, and then drive all the way to Lyndhurst to film. And then I started filming around, I think it was like 12 something or 1 a.m., which shout out to everybody that was in that project. I appreciate you working around my time. Like I was working like insane hours, so I appreciate them. I appreciate my fam for literally going into their rooms and saying we're not gonna make a peep at all now because our boy is filming outside. So then I remember that night I worked basically like 14 hours. I filmed into like 4 a.m. All right, I want to say 4 a.m. 5 a.m. We filmed for like a couple hours. Then we had to pack up. That's the thing about filming, you gotta put everything equipment out, pack it up, and then I had to take them back.
Shit.
So I came home like around 6 a.m. and then I had to go to school.
Yeah.
That morning around 10 a.m. because I didn't work that next day, and not until like I think like 1 p.m. Like I will go into 1 p.m. sometimes.
Which, by the way, if you've never worked in taxes before during tax season, that's the worst fucking job.
You got a little taste. I've been doing that for I think around 7 years consecutive.
That was the worst fucking job I've ever had in my life. And it was only like a few weeks.
But you got a little extra stack in your pocket. You're welcome.
It's a nice stack.
I was like, Lily, come with me real quick so you can get like a nice little stack.
Nah, like you guys don't understand how intense. It's legitimately disgusting.
You can't eat. People are on top of you, and everybody's like
yelling, like, why
sweating.
You can't get me this much more money and this. And I had to stop because I was getting so.
Yeah, I got you out of there real quick. Like you only came for like a couple weeks. You got a couple stacks. You pay some nice stuff, and then
my credit cards and
shit.
And
then I was like, leave. Yeah. And I left almost at the same time, but I was doing it way before you. I was doing it already like a month, and that was this year, last year. Again, but okay, going back again. Where was I? Okay, so then I really was crashing. So that same morning when I came back home, on the drive home, after working 14 hours and filming for like the next 5, and I'm going to go to sleep for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. I literally started screaming psycho in my car. Like, I was like, fuck this. Fuck everything. I was like, I was like stressed the fuck out. Mm-hmm. But in front of everybody, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah,
like
chill.
Everybody that always sees me, even at the job, or sees me like when I was filming in school, everybody's like,
you were like Vlad, that in the taxi place too. I'm like, are Vlad you not fucking dying?
Yeah, Vlad doesn't talk. Like, he's just chill. Oh yeah, like I'm dying on the inside for sure. Like, I'm not, but I will never show you that I'm dying. I'm like, oh yeah.
Me, sure. On the other hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you show it right away.
I will fucking be on the floor convulsing.
I don't know. I feel like I've learned. I don't know where I learned it from, but it's just something that I was like, okay, let me just contain and show composure, because I feel like when I do that, everybody around me then calms down.
Yeah, I feel like I do.
And that's why, like in the film set, like I have to be that person, calm, collected, so everybody's like, oh, okay, chill. Okay,
so going back on the story.
Going which story? Because
our story.
Tangent. Okay, tangent.
You always go on a huge tangent.
Don't let me go. Like, pull me right back up.
I did.
Anyways. Okay, so yeah, I broke down that day. Anyways, but yeah, I was not hanging out with you at all because, well, we just talking, and I think we kind of wanted to hang out sooner, but I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
And then after I told my job, I was like, I gotta cut down some hours because I need to finish this project. I cut some down, and then we met one morning. You skipped school, and then we met one morning in IHOP.
I don't think I skipped school. I think I just didn't go that one morning or something. I don't know.
You're a fucking liar. You're a piece of shit. You skipped school. I think you were not trying to say some shit because some people might listen. You're a liar, and you're lying to your audience. And you're
all right. Anyways, I might have skipped class that day.
You skipped class because you want to see my face. Yeah. So we met in IHOP, and then we were like talking.
By the way, it was snow. Like there was a lot of snow on the ground in my small ass car. And I just, if you know me, you know
I don't know why I brought my laptop too. Why the fuck did I bring my laptop?
I don't know. I really don't.
Because the next coming up.
That's fucking weird.
Go ahead.
But my small ass car, and if you know me, you know that when my little car that I had before, my new Mazda, was legitimately the smallest thing in the fucking world, and it was the worst thing you can possibly be driving.
And I was driving my dad's car because I crashed my Maxima. I had a nice little Maxima in 1995. It was hooked up and nice, but I totaled it. So I was driving my dad's car because I lost my car, and it was like the Avalon. I was like, "Hey, you want to come in the car real quick so we can watch a movie?"
Well,
and you were like, "What?"
Well, no, it was like when we went into IHOP, it was like funny. You were just talking like mad shit about like movies and like and you're everything. Like, do you know about Dominican? You know, do you know like Trujillo and all this? I'm like, no. And you're like, what? And you went into this huge story, and I'm like, okay, like. Thank you for the history lesson. It's pretty dope, but like so weird.
Too bad that you didn't find out I was cool then. But anyways, I was like,
I did. It was cool.
I was like, you want to watch a movie? And you were like, what?
Yeah, we're like leaving. He's like, you want to watch a movie in the car? And I'm like, am
I gonna get kidnapped? And I'm like, no, legitimately, like you gotta see it, because I recently watched that movie and I was like so like mind blown. And I was like, okay, if we're gonna go beyond this before this first date, you gotta watch this movie real quick. So I was like, let's watch it. It was Predestination. That movie was insane. I wouldn't say anything. Again. Yeah, I wouldn't say anything. That was our first movie watching together.
Yeah, I want to like recreate our first date on our 5th year anniversary.
I don't want to be in the Avalon. Anyways,
well, no, yeah, I don't want to be in there either.
We watched Predestination, amazing movie. If you are listening right now, I would recommend to watch that. I will not tell you nothing about it because
another tangent.
I give you any hint. No, if I give you any hint, it will ruin the movie. But we watched the movie and we were freezing in the car.
Oh my God, I was freezing. I'm like, is this guy not cold? Like I'm
never cold. That's the thing.
Was like legitimately freezing and he was chilling.
That's the birth of always me being nice and warm when it's freezing outside, and you always being hot, always being cold on everything, even when it's freaking burning.
Well, yeah, it's called anemia.
Well, I'm sorry, but when we were living together, that temperature is going to be nicely on 70 or 71.
Well, that's good. Remember, it was on 68 and we were chilling?
That's what I'm saying, like, don't be coming one day and like, oh my God, it's too cold. I'm like, either we got to put a sweater on, I don't know what's going on, but I am not sweating.
Wow, y la pobre diablo me with fucking
okay, but you can fix yours by putting a sweater on, where me, I'm literally sweating.
Anyways.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, that was our first date.
I ticked off real quick, like I was like, I'm watching you right now. Like, you're fucking like. Anyways, then we had our second date, and that was you came over my house.
Look at me doing all the fucking effort in this relationship.
I was working in the taxes that freaking day for 12 hours again, and you met me outside my job because I was like,
guys, I can't hang out. I literally thought he didn't like me.
I'm like, I can't hang out. I'm literally filming and I'm literally like working like nonstop. So the next time that we could hang out was literally like at 10 at night. After I got out of work.
It was after I got my supermarket job too. So I smelled like shit. Yeah. And we were like, we're gonna make this. Yes, I did. Compare made me smell like shit.
Well, we didn't hug or anything yet. So, but I was like, oh, you want to meet me at my job real quick? This is the address. And then I drove to the house and you followed me, and then I made you watch Interstellar.
Yeah.
That was like literally our first few days just watching movies. Like, you gotta watch this movie. Like, you're not living life if you haven't watched this movie. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
you watched that movie.
It was hella late. I'm like,
It was 3 hours long, so you were dying in the inside.
I was. I never slept like later than like 12 in my life before I met this man.
Well,
and now I'm like, you go to sleep at 12? What? That's
like,
good night's sleep.
People will be like, you go to sleep at 3 a.m.?
Literally, my friend Steph. Shout out Steph if you're listening. But she's always like, what time did you go to sleep? Like she wakes up like at 4 or 5 in the morning. Like every day. In
my college, like if you would say to somebody, oh, I go to sleep like around 2 a.m. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like around 4 a.m. is when you get really creative. What are you talking about? Like that few hours, you get a little psychedelic without not taking any type of drugs. Like, you get a little psycho in that type of hour. But then we had that second date, and then our third day, I want to say it was Chick-fil-A.
So yeah,
that was a freaking thing.
Funny story. So I'm like, let's eat Chick-fil-A. And he's never had Chick-fil-A, I think, right?
No, I never had Chick-fil-A. But also, I wanna put a little thing in there before you go on. This is all gonna be a conclusion to something way bigger of why Tinder is really funny than how we met. But continue.
Yeah. So I was like, let's go to Chick-fil-A. Like it's fire, and we went to Chick-fil-A. So like we're in his car or whatever, and he's driving, and Chick-fil-A was like 40 minutes away, I want to say. Like this was
Port Jeff.
Yeah, this was when Chick-fil-A was only in Port Jefferson Port Washington.
No, Port Jeff. It was Port Jeff.
Port Jeff?
Yeah, Port Jeff.
Oh. So yeah, this was when Chick-fil-A was only in Port Jeff in Long Island, like in all of Long Island. Now there's like a bunch, but like
there's like one now 8 minutes away from my house now.
Yeah, so we made a huge effort to fucking go to Chick-fil-A. And mind you,
it was snowing.
There was a snowstorm outside, like a legitimate snowstorm, and he had his dad's car. So the good thing is I'm a good defensive driver. Yeah, so we take this like back road to go to Chick-fil-A because I don't know why the fuck we did that. But
wait, we shouldn't say this story actually because I don't know who's listening. I don't want to say what happened.
Oh, okay. I mean,
no, you know what? Fuck it. No, go ahead.
I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. Nothing really happened. But
anyways, I was driving, and then
we long story short, we couldn't stop the car, so we almost ran into someone.
No, I didn't run into someone.
We almost did.
So I was driving, and then it was completely icy, so I hit brakes, and the car was like, I ain't stopping.
Yeah.
So there was a car in front of me, so instead of me going into the front car in front of me, I went all the way to the right, and then we fell into like a little hole, snow hole, like a snow hole, and we were like stuck there now.
Mountain. It was a snow mountain.
That was our third date, literally. And
yeah, no, but really though, that guy that took us out. But, oh my god.
Okay, so we fell into a hole, and I'm trying to get it out. I'm going all the way. I'm trying to like take the car out myself. There's a house right there, and I go knock, and I'm it's like this nice Indian guy, like from like an Indian guy. And I was like, hey man, so my car is stuck in front of your house. You got like anything, bro? Like. And I'm like, stay in the car, I was telling you. And like, the only thing that I was thinking about, this girl can die in my watch. So I have to like either keep her in the car or not let her get out of the car. And you were like, trying to get out of the car. Let me help you. Like, let me help. And I'm like, no, like, stay in the fucking car. Like, relax. Like, stay in the fucking car. And I was like, because I can't let you die in my watch because I don't even know, you haven't even told your mom about me. So like, just stay in the car. And then I go and try to get the guy. So the guy's trying to help me. He has like a shovel, and I'm like, this ain't shit. And then a miracle guy comes by with a truck. No,
it was like after a while, like a long time. We were cold.
I want to say like 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a long time. It's snowing and you're stuck in the freaking little hole.
I don't know, but it felt like fucking years.
Well, it was like around 20 minutes. And then
this guy in a pickup truck comes. Yeah.
This guy in a pickup truck, this nice guy, he's like, hey guys, are you stuck? And I'm like, yes, I am actually. He's like, I have a rope. I can take you out. And I'm like, God bless you.
I remember the guy was like on the floor, like in the
he got on the floor to go under the car to put it. I'm like, yo, this guy is.
That was a nice.
See, those are the type of people I'm like, damn.
That gives you hope.
But I don't know if that type of truck is now has a Trump flag on it. I don't know. But anyways, back in the day, I appreciate you, whoever you were. I don't remember. But he went on the floor. He did everything, and I put the car on neutral. And he got that shit out, and I was like, God bless you. And
that was the nicest thing ever.
And then we got into Chick-fil-A.
Fucking finally.
And we were like, wow. That was the best Chick-fil-A I ever had. Well, that was the best chicken sandwich I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
After literally going near death experience.
Yeah. And like
our third date.
Yeah, this is our third date. So we're like, the fuck? But while we were talking, Vlad's like, oh yeah, and like, you know, I want to go to DR and like, you know, shoot some movies out there, you know, and like
I might get killed in the process.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I might get killed out there because like, you know, the stuff I want to like bring out to the world is like scary and bad, and like I might get killed. And I'm like, oh, cool. So you're like telling me this while we're on a date.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are we on a date? Basically.
Well, in my mind, it was not registering like that. I was just telling you my plans because you literally, that's the third time I ever seen you in live person ever in my life. So it's like not like, you know, registering.
Obviously, like you're not like, oh, I'm gonna be with this girl like forever.
You know, like it's not,
forever.
That's not registering yet because we just met.
But to me, I was like, why the fuck are you here right now?
I'm telling you about my future plans in case, like, you know, I'm like, hey, like if I die, you knew me. It's like wow. You know, like, hey. But I was like, because the story that I wanted to tell at that time, it was not a story that was could register, it could be digested that well by some people that are in power. Mm-hmm. And if I put that movie out even today, I might die because it's not really like the US where they take you out more secretly. Like, you know, like if you like turning too many, but they let you turn a lot of tables here at least. Like they let you turn over there. You turn one party table, like one of those little tiny party table, and if it's not in somebody's convenience, somebody got $100 to pay somebody else.
$100, literally.
Yeah, like $100 to be like, yo, can you take care of this guy because I see some problem in the near future. Like he just turned one little baby table up, and I know he's gonna turn some big tables up. Okay. Just take him out.
Yeah.
Anyways, don't do that. Don't be like rushing me.
He tells me, take me out of my tangent. I'm taking him out and now he's mad.
We fucked up. Anyways, that was that. Let's fast forward now. We're like actually like a couple.
Yeah.
We made it official. Your mom comes over for the first time to meet my parents. And this is when it gets weird. Hella weird. So, your mom starts talking to my parents. Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, her grandpa. And she says her name. She says his name for some reason. Mm-hmm. And my dad is like, what? And my dad says like, because my dad talks a lot when he wants, like he likes the person. Mm-hmm. And he kind of dig your mom like talking wise. You know, like my mom was there. My mom dig her too. Like they digged each other the first time meeting, which was nice. Mm-hmm. And like they were talking a lot, and then she says the name, and he's like, "Huh? What was that name?" That because that name is really like Hiko is like mad, like you know, like that's not a name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not a name that you really listen to because that's a nickname that you're like, what? Mm-hmm. And he's like, "What do you mean?" Like, and then he says so and so, and then the wife, which is your grandma. And he's like, "What do you mean? Like that's the name of the wife?" And he's like, hold on fucking bells real quick. Like, let's hold everything real quick.
So Vlad's dad literally knows my grandpa and my grandma.
Well, he grew up with them. They worked together when they first got here in a restaurant in Brooklyn. When my dad was 21 years old. Mind you,
Vlad was 21 years old at the moment.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. And he had me when he was 40. So, a long time ago. Mm-hmm. So, when he was 21 years old, when he got here, he got a job in a restaurant with
my fucking grandpa.
Lily's grandpa. And this is when the age difference between our families like came into play like a lot too. Because I was like, wow, my family is like way older than your family. Because if that's your grandpa, he's the same age as my dad. What the fuck? And, but yeah, he met your dad when he was literally a child. Mm-hmm. My dad was like, "Oh, that's your kid." Like when they were like in that time in Brooklyn, he's like, "So my dad met your dad when he was literally a kid, and you were not even in his nuts yet. Like you were not even like a dream in his nuts." But yeah, that's why like through us,
and that's like not even the fucking that's not even like a little bit of what happened.
That's just the iceberg right quick. But that's what threw us like that night. Like we looked at each other like on 180. It was like we literally shook. Met on a Tinder like by random chance.
Like what if I was not on Tinder at the moment? I would not have seen your picture. Like it was not going to be there, and we would have never met.
Yeah,
we probably would have met at some point.
I don't know.
I don't know though.
I don't know. It was a random chance.
Because like Vlad literally lived for 12, 11 years on like 2 streets down from where my mom grew up in DR. Like it's like fucking weird.
Okay, that's guys. Another one. You go into another one. So apparently when I was living for 12 years in DR, your mom was just 2 streets down in the same neighborhood, living there, her family.
Literally 2 streets down, guys.
So you would go over sometimes, right? You said when you were a kid?
I mean, yeah, I would go over sometimes.
So I was there 2 streets down.
Like, yeah. I
was there with my bike going around the street.
Bro, like, and then no, but your dad knew where we were. Like, I told him like the Colmado was there, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
that's." I will go with my bicycle to that Colmado to get to that like supermarket. Where I would say bodega. People understand that more if you say bodega. But I will go to there to get like little linguitas and stuff all the time, like the little things.
Yeah, the little.
And I would just go there real quick. So you were like right there almost. I would get candy real quick. So that's another one. That's a funny one that we're talking. We got a little, and then we start looking at each other, and we start looking at the family tree real quick.
We're like, hold on, we ain't trying to do no fucking hillbilly shit in here.
I'm like, hold on, let's go. Last name. And I'm like, okay, your family's
turns
like,
out it's fine, but
you're like too distant, but it's just funny that that chances, and also also talking about Andy and talking about Tasha, they grew up with my cousins, that I grew up with in DR, and then they came here in Brooklyn to live with Jasenia, and then when I met Tasha and Andy, I was like, oh yeah, my cousin like lives around here, like in Queens. Like you guys live like pretty close to my uncle. And she's like, oh really? Oh yeah. And what's your uncle's name? And I'm like, oh, Pauline. Like that's my uncle's name. And she's like, oh, huh? And I was like, yeah, his wife is Nina. And she was like, huh? And apparently, my uncle's wife is your godmother.
No, not my godmother.
Whose godmother?
My aunt's Julie's godmother.
Oh yeah, your aunt's Julie's godmother.
Bro, like guys.
So that's how meshed. That's how meshed our families were back in the day.
Yeah.
That you all knew each other basically. So your cousins hung out with my cousins, like they were kind of like they knew each other a lot. That was a nice thing right there. And then, what's the next one that we found out?
I mean, there's so many. I just don't even know.
Yeah, there's like...
At this point, I don't fucking know.
Your mom has like a family member that in DR that we know because they run the company.
Oh, yeah, the ice company. That's my godmother.
Yeah, so my dad literally knows all of them.
Yeah. And they're Zapatas, remember?
Yeah, they're my last name. They're family. They're like they're a distant family of mine. They're like 3 lines down.
Yeah, like it's just.
So she's married. No, she's married to a Zapata, your godmother, which is your aunt, right? Or your what is it from your mom? What is she?
She's no, she's just like like what is that called when you're
cuñada?
Yeah, cuñada. No, not cuñada.
She's not family blood.
No, she's not blood related.
Oh, okay. So they just know each other from childhood.
Yeah, I think so. They were like best friends or something like that.
But she's married to a distant family of mine. And my dad was like, when I told him, because you told me that one of them committed, which was really sad, I told my dad, he was like, what? He knew exactly who it was, because he knows all the kids. He knows the dad that left him the company, because they all grew up together in the distant campo of my dad.
Guys, it's just like fucking nuts.
Yeah, that was another thing. And then
and remember the other day, and you were like, "Oh, how do you know this guy?" Remember it was on Facebook or whatever. You were like, "How do you know this guy?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's my cousin's husband." And you were like,
"Oh yeah." So my aunt from my dad's sister, her husband, that's Peña. That's their family. That's their family. Like he has fat cousins of mine in his Facebook. So I was like, "How you know this person?" Because you're friends with him. He's like, "Oh, he's married to my cousin." And I'm like,
"Yeah, it's like my cousin from."
Well, he's family with my aunt's husband's family. So it's like every fucking like your family member is matched with my family's spouses or shit like that.
Guys, I have no fucking idea how this happened.
We have like 3,000 things that connects our families together. And then we met by chance. Also, this is another one. So in the supermarket that you used to work in.
Oh yeah.
My dad was he went and did a favor to the owner because he knew them, and he was management in the fish. So he was working there when you were a fucking cashier, right? Or no? Or your mom was working on the
when my mom was working. My mom was,
and I will go visit him all the time to bring him my mom's food.
And I used to work there for like 8 years.
So I will like walk in real quick. And I'm like, oh, this supermarket, okay. And I would see other people working there, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go straight to the fish area because my dad was just managing that. And I was like, yo, Dad, here's your food real quick. He did it for a couple months. I think it was like a favor or something. I don't know. But he was, because my dad always was business type. Like, he always knew how to run shit. So he was like, I don't know what he was doing, honestly. But he did it for a couple months for like a purpose.
Yeah.
So he was there.
He was friends with Martinez, which is the guy.
Yes.
And his wife actually asks about you all the time.
Yeah. So they know us.
Yeah.
And then... And she's like a bagger there, right?
Yeah.
And she knows us. I'm telling you, bro.
Wild.
It's just like 1,000 things that we were near each other like 1,000 times.
Like in the same vicinity.
Before clicking.
And we met on Tinder.
See,
that's why I feel like I can't really say, because like most people will think like, oh, they were just on there like fuck, whatever. But they don't know the deep story behind how we really met. Like when you
we were there just to like hang out, like hang out.
We didn't go into
see if,
with with that intention.
Yeah, I was never going into like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck my that's not my thing.
Fuck my
bitches. But yeah, I was just going there just to see, because that was my first time going in it. Like, it was my first time. You had a couple dates before me in Tinder.
Oh my god, a couple.
I don't know. That was all you, bro. So. It was my thing, my first time going into the app, and then you hit me up, and then we had like an interesting conversation. That's why I started talking to you. Yeah,
I remember we were just talking about like, oh, what are your favorite? Like, you asked me like, what is my favorite genre of movie or some shit like that.
Yeah. I was really trying to see if you like were savvy in movies, because I was gonna be really interesting for me, like just to like, because I always want someone to just watch movies with and talk about it and digest it. But turns out that you haven't seen no fucking movie in history, and I'm still struggling in the world. That was almost a
breaking point for you.
Almost, bro. Like, honestly, like...
No, say more.
No, honestly, when you told me that you haven't seen no Matrix movie, the Matrix movies, no Lord of the Rings, haven't seen none of the Harry Potters, haven't seen none of the old Disney movies that I grew up watching that were like just like classics, haven't seen none of the interesting movies ever done in the world, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, what's going on? But then I was like, you know what? Let me self-reflect. This is somebody that doesn't know about movies. This is not a make or break. What are you talking about? Like, I'm like literally looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you're really gonna like, what are you talking about? Like, you have some nice...
You thought that? You were just like, oh, I don't know.
No, that's just me fucking joking around. But no, but it really not. Real talk, it really bothered me that you didn't watch some of the movies that that I talked about, because to me that's like a fuck you to my face. Honestly, like like if I'm honest.
No, because I didn't even know you. I feel like it would be a fuck you to the face now.
No, because any rightful human should watch those movies.
Okay. But
you've seen all Harry Potter's, all 8 movies. That was you fell in love. Okay, you walked, and then you watched the first Matrix. You watched the first Matrix, the first 2 Lord of the Rings. You still haven't finished the third one.
I watched the first 2 Matrix.
No, you watched the first one.
Oh my god, yes I did. When
I
they have a fight in that basketball thing.
But this is the thing though, like a movie like Inception, you just watched it like 2 months ago.
Yes, I did.
No, like a month ago. Like, come on. Like...
No, this is week 11. Remember we talked about it in like the first 2 episodes or so?
Exactly, like a month ago. No, it was not the first 2 episodes. Fuck out of here.
A month ago we went on vacation.
Yeah, we watched it around there.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you watched. That's the first time you ever seen that movie. Like,
yeah, dope ass movie.
In my opinion, you should be a little bit ashamed of yourself for that.
And you also asked me like, oh, so if you had to choose between these two artists, would you do? Who did you say? You said Kendrick Lamar, or what did you say? Kendrick Lamar versus who?
I chose some other dumbass though.
Yeah, you were like ASAP Rocky or some shit like that.
Yeah, and I was just waiting. I was like,
this was the make or break.
And then I was like, okay, J. Cole and some other.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you were like, no, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole is definitely. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, and then I introduced you to that, the only good album that Logic has ever done.
Yeah, that was
the Incredible True Story.
It's a tragic.
That's the only album that he did that was good.
Yeah, that was honestly, I fell in love with that album. I was like obsessed with that album.
I was like, you gotta listen to this album, because I was like listen to it and I was like thinking like how to film it and stuff. It was so fun, like me like illustrating it. Mm-hmm. I was like, you gotta listen to this album. Yeah,
I knew of who Logic was, but I didn't know that he released an album.
Yeah, and I was like, listen to this real quick.
Yeah. And then he was one of my favorite artists, and then he released another thing after that, and I was like, absolutely the fuck not. And then he was also an asshole because he broke it off with Just, who I'm still very heartbroken by. But anyways,
yeah, okay, that doesn't really matter to anything to me.
Yeah.
And of course, my favorite song. You scared me. What's going on, bro? Yeah, but you know my favorite song from that album. Oof. Me and my team gotta intervene. What's the point of living? Just fire. Like, that's one of my favorite songs from the album. But that's the only good album that he ever had. Yeah, it's a shame.
Oh my god,
he had potential.
Story. Wait, what is it called?
The
Amazing True. What is it?
The Incredible True Story.
The Incredible True Story. Yeah. Oh my god, that's like such a fucking good.
But now he quit because he knew he wasn't taking anything out.
Oh my god, because I'm retiring.
Now he knew it. Like, he knew it. He was like, okay, I have nothing else. Like, the only good album that I had was The Incredible True Story. And he blew up after that album because everybody was like, oh my god,
who the fuck is this?
This guy is like legit. And then
Under Pressure.
And then his next album, everybody was like, oof, what's happening? And then his next mixtape that he released, everybody's like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then his next
solidified.
album, and his next album was like, no.
Absolutely.
Everybody was like, no. And then he was releasing a lot of music really fast, and I was like, relax. Like, don't do that.
The only thing that was like passable after The Incredible True Story was Bobby Tarantino, the first one. Maybe. Yeah, and then after that I was just.
But this is why I appreciate artists like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, because they don't release like every single, like he was releasing every 6 months a new album or a mixtape. He would release an album and 6 months later it was a mixtape, and then the album 6 months later, and then 6 months later the mixtape. And I was like,
yeah,
you're releasing a lot of stuff that is not good.
Yeah,
because you're going too fast. And then like Kendrick Lamar will like wait like 3 to 4 years to release an album, but you know when that shit comes out, that shit is gonna be good.
Yeah,
you know, because he took its time. Like he's not like, I'm not doing this shit for the money or you know, like I'm doing this for the art, and those are the people that I appreciate. Those are the
names that live on too.
And or be like some, like, you're not always like embroidered in there. Like every time you will talk about a rap or like rap artists, those have to be mentioned.
Yeah,
like those names have to be mentioned. Those, because you appreciate it.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a long ass.
Hey, we thought we were not gonna talk about it, and my energy came back, and it was nice. Anyways, that's how we met, and that's the insane history of.
There's definitely more.
There's definitely more.
We just can't think of it right now, but like, there's more to that.
Yeah, we definitely will talk about more like going on, but that's the first time opening up about how we met and the insanity of. Why is it so weird that we by chance met there, and how we didn't meet 1,000 times before that, which is funny.
And
will you have dated me back in the day?
Would I have dated you? You said,
yeah. You see me walking down the street?
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty hot, so
don't say that. But
what? You don't really lie.
No, but like, let's say, well, we were kids actually before that.
Yeah, so I don't really know.
You see me at 16.
Yeah.
But you'd be 13 though.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
It's kind of weird. I would have been like, weird. I would have been like, because like I'm already like a teenager,
so
like
you
deep,
been like, ew,
and you like a kid teenager.
Yeah.
So I'd be like,
I feel like it's not okay.
I would have been like, fuck out of my face, because I'm like that type of person.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I was 18 and Vlad was 21 when we met.
Yeah.
But I turned 19 like the month after we met, so.
Yes.
And now I'm 23. Yay.
Yes, and I'm 26.
But yeah,
I'm dying. Anyways, that
was fun, guys.
Sammy, get out of here.
No, stop it.
Hear him breathing. Anyways, it was a fun episode. It was definitely a fun episode.
Yeah, that was fun, guys.
Talking about.
Damn, this is our second 1 hour podcast.
Yeah, we didn't have a guest this time.
Damn.
Fuck you, Brandon. Anyways, oh, but like soon, very soon, we're gonna have a couple more guests.
Yeah, that was hella fucking dope last time.
Yeah, and you know who you are, you know, the guests. You know who you are if you're listening.
Yeah, if you listen, if you're real.
Yeah, if you're real. Oh come on, Sammy.
Well, my dog's barking now, so this means we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta end it. Anyways, all right. Again.
Hit up our Patreon.
Our Patreon, Amateurish, is on our Instagram, The Amateurish Podcast. It's a lot of bonus content coming out. So next week is the first episode of Talk That Talk with Lily.
Yes.
That's going to be interesting.
Come listen to me ramble.
And then the second episode of Rated VZ is going to be on Friday.
Yeah.
And it's going to be coming out.
A lot of shit. We're going to be spewing out shit.
Also.
Good shit.
We're going to be moving soon together for the first time. That's going to be recorded. It's going to be into vlogs and going to be going to the Patreon. All our moves and our headaches. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay.
I'm putting
my first time was hearing that too.
Well, I'm putting it together. It's all content, bro. So it's going to be all on the Patreon. It's going to be our move and everything that we're going. It's going to be a heck of a move. So stay tuned. And then we're gonna see. You're gonna see.
We can talk about it next month, though.
Yes, but you're gonna see our our apartment and how we're gonna be. It's how it's gonna be.
An empty apartment tour.
No.
Yes.
But yeah, it's all gonna be in the Patreon. It's a lot of content coming to Patreon, so it's gonna be worth joining. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Stay tuned, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.